Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Monday, July 25th slate of MLB action. I'm super excited to dive into it. We have a great slate of MLB games. We should have a lot of close ones. I really do like a lot of these games today. Looks like we do have a lot of good matchups. We do have some that are not necessarily quite as great, but we did have a great day yesterday, so hopefully we can follow it up with another great day today. But before we did go ahead and dive into a recap, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. You guys have been showing a lot of support on the videos recently, so thank you guys so much for that. Truly, it does mean way more than you guys know. And then also I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me, way more than you guys will ever know. But without any further ado, we'll go ahead and do a quick recap. But, before we do, hold on. And boom, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are here. We have the sunnies on. It is a very sunny day here in this video because, yes, we did, as you guys can see it on the screen, we did end up going 3-0 on the day. Had a very, very great day today. Hopefully we can follow it up again with another great day. But we will go ahead and do a quick recap. I know I said that I did end up getting a sweep, but we will talk about it just a little bit. So we did have the Twins and the Tigers under 4.5 under 4.5 runs here in the first 5 innings. Now, the reason that this one was it was really a sweat. I can't even lie. This one was an absolute sweat. The Twins ended up scoring, I think they had 3 runs very early on. I'm talking first and second inning, they had 3 runs. Then the Tigers ended up scoring one in the 4th inning. And they sat at 4 throughout the whole first 5 innings. And then luckily in the top of the 6th, the Twins scored again. So I'm glad that was just not a little bit earlier. But that one did end up hitting for us. Then we did have the Guardians and the White Sox, no run first inning. This one did make me a little bit nervous while I was watching it, just because both teams did get runners on base. But at the end of the day, they were able to get it done for us, so that's all that really matters. Then we did have the Dodgers minus 1.5 versus the Giants. No reason for this to ever be plus odds. It ends up working out for us. I think they won by 3, so they ended up playing really well. They came through for us in the end. So, like I said, 3-0 day. Definitely take that for sure. Now, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into today's plays. Our first play of the day, we're going to be taking the Braves run line here versus the Philadelphia Phillies at minus 110 odds. Now, Atlanta, they are the best team to the run line on the road this year. They have a 27-16 record to the run line. The best in the MLB. I'll be putting my money on that. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Philadelphia, on the flip side of things, they are 21-27 to the run line at home. So they're not even 500 when it comes to the run line. So they have really struggled here at home covering those run lines. Also, Atlanta is 4th when it comes to runs per game. Philadelphia is just 6th. So both these teams, both very high-powered offenses. We do just need Atlanta to come out on top. Also, Atlanta is 7th when it comes to runs allowed, and Philadelphia is 10th. So Atlanta is a little bit better on the offensive side of things and a little bit better on the defensive side of things. Not huge, not huge increases, but they are just a little bit better. Also, Max Fried for Atlanta is going to be on the mound. He has a 10-3 record with a 2.64 ERA, a 2.51 ERA on the road, and a 2.27 ERA in his last 5 games. So, not only is he better on the road, just in general, he has also been trending in the right direction and been pitching a lot better here recently over the course of his last 5 games. So, hopefully he can continue that trend. And then on the flip side of the mound, Ranger Suarez is going to be there for Philadelphia. He does have a 4.07 ERA over the course of the season. Definitely nothing too great. He does also have a 5.15 ERA at home this year, so he does pitch a little bit worse at home, and a 7.36 ERA through 11 innings pitched versus Atlanta. So he really has struggled against this Atlanta offense, and rightfully so. Atlanta is a top 4 offense in the entire MLB, so they're very, very good, but he has struggled against them, so hopefully we do see more of that. So that is going to be our first play of the day. Braves run line here versus Philadelphia at minus 110 odds. Now, for our second play of the day, I'm going to go ahead and say this straight up. This might be my most controversial play, and so if you guys do want to play that you guys don't want to be on, It's this one. We're taking the Giants and the Arizona Diamondbacks no-run first inning at plus 100 odds. Yes, we are taking a Nerfy at plus value. Now, the reason that I like this play, first things first, let's get the offenses out of the way. Arizona, 21st when it comes to first inning runs per game, and they only hit a run in the first inning 25.53% of the time. So pretty much 1 out of every 4 games, they end up scoring a run. Now on the flip side, for San Francisco, they're 26th when it comes to first inning runs per game, and they only score in the first inning 23.4% of the time. Now, when it comes to San Francisco on the road, they're even worse than that. That percentage of 23.4% of the time drops to 21.74% of the time on the road. So if they were to have a sample size of 10 games, they would only score in the first inning in 2 of them. I will definitely be taking my odds with that. Also, San Francisco, they also give up the 7th fewest first inning runs per game. So very, very solid defense. Now, Arizona, they're 27th when it comes to first inning runs per game, like allowed. So definitely not great. But they do give up 0.73 runs per game in the first inning on the road and 0.58 runs per game at home. So they give up way fewer runs per game in the first inning at home. So they're a much better defense at home. So hopefully we can see some of that. And now if you look at the pitching matchup, I think it's actually a pretty good one. Now if you look at it, Jacob Junis is on the mound for San Francisco. He has a 3.06 ERA. Nothing too crazy, but he's been an absolute ace on the road this year. He has a 1.71 ERA on the road, and Tyler Gilbert for Arizona is going to be on the flip side of it. Now he has a 5.34 ERA over the course of the season, but he has a 2.45 versus San Francisco, so he's been really solid versus San Francisco so far this year, and a 1.46 ERA at home. So he's been an absolute ace as well at home. So hopefully we can go ahead and see more of that. So I really do like this play. Truthfully, I think that it's great value for a play that has a very good shot of hitting. That's going to be our second play of the day. Giants and Diamondbacks no-run first inning at plus 100 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, don't overthink this one. Just go ahead and bet it. We're taking the Astros minus the half run line here in the first 5 innings versus Oakland at minus 140 odds. Now if you take a look at it, Houston, they're one of the best teams in the entire MLB when it comes to the first 5 run line. They are 61-34 to the run line in the first 5. Oakland, they are 39-58, so they are very, very bad in the first 5. Oakland is also 16-31 to the run line at home. When it comes to that first 5, Houston's 32-19 on the road. Houston's been a very solid road team over the course of the entire season, and I don't think that changes anytime soon. Houston is also 14th when it comes to runs per game. Oakland is 29th. That's a pretty huge, significant difference. And on the defensive side of things, Houston, they allow the 2nd fewest runs per game, and Oakland allows the 21st fewest runs per game. So not only is Houston a much better offense than the A's, but they're a much better defense as well. And Houston's really good on the road. All of these are pointing in the right direction. Also, Jake Odorizzi is going to be on the mound here for Houston. He does have a 3.56 ERA over the course of the season, a 3.08 in his last 5, and a 2.73 on the road. So he not only has he been really good in his last 5 games, but he also does pitch a little bit better on the road as well. And he has pitched 12 innings versus Oakland so far this season, and he has a 2.19 ERA. Been really solid. Now for Oakland, they do have Adam Oller on the mound, okay? And he does have an 8.56 ERA. Definitely nothing great. He also pitches somehow worse at home with a 10.5 ERA at home and a 6.23 ERA versus Houston. So he has definitely not been very good. And Adam Oller a lot of times only pitches 1 or 2 innings, and then they do bring in someone else. So if it does end up coming to the bullpen, well, that's fine with me. Oakland has the 10th worst bullpen ERA in the entire MLB. So I love this play. Don't overthink it. Just go ahead and bet it. But I really do like it. So we're riding with it. Astros in the first 5 run line versus Oakland at minus 140 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.